Hi everyone. I'm Jordan.
I'm Vanessa. Most of you know that.
But for those who don't, hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
So basically we kind of came together and we wanted to do a video for you guys and for our friends, family, and just in a general sense of why we've been so flaky away from everything and why we just haven't really been involved a lot with all of you. And we're sorry for one, but this is basically just kind of updating you on what's been going on in our lives, and we now have all the answers, and we now can move forward and
feel comfortable sharing it.
We feel comfortable sharing it. We're not in the state of mind as we were, a week, 2 weeks ago. So we've actually come a long way in the last month, and it's been amazing. But anyway, so it's already to ramble, but we've started this process about 3 years ago, starting a family, and it's been the last thing that we've expected to be the hardest thing to do. We see all the time how easy it is in movies and how wonderful the experience is, and it's a great experience. And for those of you who get to experience that, that's amazing, and we're so happy for that, and we're happy for you guys. And we haven't really, in that sense, we haven't been the best to support you all that have had children, and we feel bad for that. And we've been invited to a lot of baby showers and those things. And why we haven't been is because we've had 4 miscarriages in the last 2 years, and
timing hasn't always been the best.
Timing hasn't always been the best. So like we would miscarry, and then suddenly there's a baby shower to attend, and we're like, oh boy. So I mean, it's just something that we're grieving, we're in sorrow, and we want to be there and support you, but we want to be there and support you in our best mindset.
Exactly.
And not in the state of mind that we were at. So this is kind of our story, and to update you guys on what we've been going through. So we started doing this process, and we've had the first doctor that we went to gave us what we needed to kind of do to start. They had, we've been through the 2 miscarriages, and they were like, well, maybe we could try this in our 3rd one. And then that didn't work. And then the 4th time we were pregnant, we were like, okay, we have kind of a plan. They gave us a little bit of what we needed to do. Again, that didn't work. And we're like, why does this keep happening? What is going on with us? And that's when we kind of came together in February to go to a fertility specialist. We're like, we got to get answers. I'm tired of going through this emotional heartbreak, and there's just something wrong. There's just, in both of our feelings, there was just something not right. And just to kind of put our minds at ease, to see what we can do, go to somebody who knows their shit, basically. So we went to a doctor, fertility specialist, and got our answer, within a month?
Yeah.
What is
about
it?
A month?
Yeah, about a month. And so they did a bunch of blood work on Vanessa. They did a bunch of blood work on me. They tested her, all of her bits, all of my bits. And she came back normal, which is amazing. Everything on her end, she's fertile, she's great. Everything looks good. My end, I looked good. And then I got an answer back that was probably one of the most gut-wrenching answers that I could have ever received. And basically what that means, and I'm going to have Vanessa explain it because I'm not the best at explaining it. And it's called Balanced Robertsonian Translocation Carrier. Mm-hmm. And again, she's going to take over because she knows how to explain it.
So translocation is when one part of your chromosome attaches to another one. Most commons are 13 and 14, meaning that part of 13 breaks off and attaches to 14, or any form of chromosomes. Basically, one's attaching to the other one. That affects about 1 in 1,000 people. And so for those couples that have that type of translocation, they can do IVF. And so they would just see which embryos weren't affected. Those are the ones that get implanted, and then they have healthy, successful pregnancies. What they found with Jordan's, however, is that he has same chromosome translocation, which that affects about 1 in 200,000 people. But his specific type of translocation is even more rare than that. Reading a bunch of case studies, trying to find information on it, there's really not a whole lot. But what we did find was in 2008, one doctor that did a case study had only read 16 documented cases of this type of translocation. Ever. So that's not to say that those numbers haven't changed now, and maybe there's more people that have it, but that was really all we could find. And so what that means is that Jordan's 21st chromosome is the one that's affected. So rather than him having 2 tiny little chromosomes, he has 1 long one. So every time we conceive and we get pregnant, he's either passing on too much or he's passing on too little, which means that every single pregnancy that we have, even with IVF, nothing would ever help. Means that they would all end in miscarriage, or if they were to make it full term, it would be trisomy 21 or Down syndrome. And so there's no fix for that, unfortunately. It's just that's how it is when you have that type of translocation. Yep. So our options to have a healthy pregnancy from what we found online would be either a sperm donor, or you just don't have kids, or you adopt, which adoptions is something that we had always said that we wanted to do, so we weren't opposed to that idea. It was just really hard to hear that we would never get to know what our own biological children look like.
Yep. And you just don't, I mean, it's one of those things where you're just like, man, it just, it's a yank.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard. But, you know, when we went to the doctor and we got, to kind of talk about it a little bit more.
Just to confirm that we weren't reading our results wrong.
She gave us more options than we ever thought we had. So, I mean, like, not that adoption's a bad one, but, you know, that's great, and that's something that we are going to do and we have talked about, and that is an option for us, and that is going to happen. But, you know, she did say, since she is healthy and she can have babies, what she offered was embryo donation, and that was something that, like, you know, we've never heard of. That wasn't even in the research that we tried looking up. And, you know, once we heard that day, we looked it up, and there's like a whole different world of opportunity in that. And, you know, what that means is, I'm not the best at explaining this again either, but I'm gonna try. What that means is, you know, a donation couple, a couple is gonna donate an embryo, so it's an egg and sperm already fertilized, and they get to implant it into Vanessa. And, you know, it's basically like an adoption form, in a sense that we get to have our own child that way. And I think that's, you know, that's beautiful in itself, that we, you know, we get to experience all of this from the get-go, and it's awesome. And again, we're sorry that this is rambling. This is just kind of our story and a little bit of our emotions and thoughts going through each step and kind of how we got here. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be super exciting, super stoked, and we're going to keep you guys updated from now all the way through. And we got on a list for the donation, and we're number 15 on that list, and that could be that. And like we kind of been back and forth with them, and with our preferences. She said, you know, we got 2 donors right now that match it. So depending on the 14 people in front of us, you could be as soon as, we don't know, a month, 3 months, a year. We don't know. It could be as soon as tomorrow. It could be as soon as 2 years. We don't know. But, I mean, how they were talking to us, it made it sound like it was like tomorrow. So it moves fast. And we're very excited. We're very blessed to have all of you in our lives, and to, you know,
get to have a baby.
We get to share it with all of you, and, you know, the support, the love, and everything that you guys have done for us. We're just so thankful to have you guys here with us. And we're going to be showing you guys that journey, and can't wait, and we're very excited. So if you guys need to have anything for us, please leave it in the comments, or you can text us, call us if you have questions. If you have kind of been going through something of your own, let us know, because we don't want to be, not that we don't want to be, but, like, you know, we have felt alone in this process, and it's nice to, you know, come together and, you know, bring this subject up and talk about it. So let us know. We love you guys, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Until next time.